to the Nerd Effect News Show. We're on episode number 17. I am one of your anchors, Dustin Vancouver, joined by my fellow anchors,
Malcolm Hogan,
Mason Ireland,
Nikki Printo.
Yay! And we are fucking back.
Fucking right.
I'm not quite sure what that was.
we're going into the fucking allergies right at the top of the show. I like it.
I think that we're going into full-on, like, annoying afternoon radio show host mode.
Hi, and welcome back to the Nerd Effect
I
News
will
Show.
punch you in the vagina.
Caller number one.
So hard.
Calling in from Albuquerque.
Your
For some reason, it said with a
changed.
Brooklyn accent.
Yeah, you
I'm not
did.
quite sure.
Your accent wasn't consistent through that bit.
No.
not even remotely.
I give it about 2 out of 10. It needs some work. I don't necessarily think I'd cast you based on that work, but I see room for improvement.
Oh, good. I mean, there's
Lots of room for improvement.
Room for improvement's just another way of saying you suck.
I know. I'm honest because I care, buddy.
well, if you were honest, you wouldn't have beat around the bush like that.
I wasn't. No, I was using executive jargon. It's fine.
Executive jargon. All right. Well,
We're already loopy, you guys.
ladies
The
and
sun's
germs,
still up. It's ridiculous.
it is almost
Fucking
about a
hot out.
month after our live stream, which was what, done on the 6th?
Sure.
It's now like the 8th or so. What's today? The
Today's
7th.
day is the 7th.
So yeah, almost pretty much exactly a month to the day almost. Because it would have been on a Sunday that we did the live stream.
We've been busy. Don't judge us.
We've been busy. I've been on the coast doing fundraising stuff for our work.
Not on the coast doing that, but on the coast, comma, doing that.
Yep.
Yeah, those were 2 separate statements. I've also lost my ability to talk this week. I feel like I should warn you guys straight up off the bat. My word speak is not very good. My mouth no move right no more.
Well, you're
It's
getting some. You're
You shut your dirty whore mouth.
Would you care to explain to people
No,
why?
I don't.
Why you can't speak this week?
That's not why. I'm just dumb-tarded. It's fine.
Just dumb-tarded.
And I don't like that I just said that because I don't like using that word. So let's carry on.
Okay.
I didn't know dumb-tarded was a word.
Well, the tarded part of it, I'm not happy with myself for.
Okay.
Let's talk about it more.
Exactly.
Get our feelings really out there.
On that note, have you guys been?
working is good.
Yay!
I like working.
Are you still doing the Christmas tree thing?
Well,
Yes,
pool season
Dustin.
It's what
now.
season?
Pool season now.
Oh,
The company, they make
You
Christmas
should've said
trees
yes.
and they make pools,
You
so they
should've said
have
yes.
their seasons and then they have the off season in between.
Because a company that makes Christmas trees and swimming pools is just the obvious combination.
No, it's definitely weird, but it's PVC plastics. That's the primary thing they make. So
I was,
Yeah.
I was
And
gonna
it
say,
pays you money, which is
Mhm.
in and of itself lovely.
I was gonna say, if you're in the business of making things that are seasonal, I imagine you're gonna want to spread your base out.
yeah,
That's what she said.
hopefully the company that the call center we're at is going to bring on other projects maybe a little bit more year round. But in the meantime, I'm working for the summer, so it works out.
Excellent.
Would you say that you're working for the weekend?
Actually, no.
Oh.
I got lucky. I got my weekends off.
Well, I was referencing a song, but
Yes.
it's fine.
Yes. Well, working for the weekend, not working on the weekend.
I said for.
She said
Yeah.
for the weekend.
So I misheard that. So yes,
It's
I am
fine.
working
No, it's
for
fine, Mike. The
the
moment's
weekend.
gone. Let's just move on.
Everybody wants a little romance.
Jesus.
Everybody deserves a second chance.
See, I took it there, and then he took it further, and now Dustin is giggling into his shirt like a little junior high girl. It's
Just for note,
adorable.
Loverboy is what my mom raised me on, so it's permanently embedded into my brain.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was a good choice in
Mhm.
song references.
Mason, have you been?
Been doing good.
And keeping a strong eye on your new subject, I imagine.
Oh, yeah. I've watched the announcement trailer at least 4 or 5 times every day since it came out.
For who? Oh, your video game.
Yes.
It's one of the news stories. Don't give it away.
You guys were talking about it!
Well, that's why I was confused why it was brought up already.
I know.
Been playing any other cool games in the process?
Yeah, at least I think I have. I've been playing Saints Row the Third.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wanted to have mindless violence and steal cars and run people over and
Isn't that what everyone wants?
Smack people with giant purple dildos.
smack people
What?
with giant purple dildos.
What game is this?
Saints Row the Third.
What, the third?
Saints Row.
Saints Row. Sorry, you were saying that so fast I couldn't understand what it was.
It's like GTA on crack.
Purple dildo. I got that.
Basically, Saints Row came out. When Saints Row came out, it was pretty much a knockoff of Grand Theft Auto 3. Because that's when they kind of got into the new over-the-shoulder third-person Grand Theft Autos. Grand Theft Autos 1 and 2 were very different as far as they were top-down.
With the top, yeah.
Yeah. And
So she said,
uh
top down.
oh
Heyo, she's a convertible.
Damn.
Fun fact.
um
I took it to a different place than you thought I would. Keeping it real, yo.
and but then like Saints Row just started going more and more over the top with everything. So like in Saints Row 1, you're just kind of trying to control the neighborhood, be the top dog gang. Saints Row 2, you're trying to get a record deal. At the start of Saints Row 3, like the Third Row Saints, the gang, are like a multinational brand with clothing lines and energy drinks and
Lovely.
TV shows and commercial deals in Japan and and they basically do bank heists and stuff nowadays just to generate PR. And basically in Saints Row the Third, someone starts to take that away from you, so you have to, keep your territory as an international star and stuff. And then in Saints Row the Fourth, the newest one, your character becomes president of the United States and has to use superpowers to repel an alien invasion.
So they just get more and more redonkulous.
Yes, that's kind of the point. It became the point of Saints Row, is that they're just stupid and over the top.
Okay. Sounds fun.
Yeah. And I get to drive around in tuned out cars and
And
run
hit people
over.
with a giant purple dildo.
And hit people with a giant purple dildo.
I have a new life goal.
Play Saints Row the Third or hit people with a giant purple dildo.
Well, I mean, playing a game wouldn't be a really good life goal. Fairly easily attainable, but like, there was a webcomic I used to like called Girly, where one of the characters fought crime by hitting people with a giant dildo. So, yeah.
So now you will dress up as in all purple as a superhero, run around with a giant purple dildo, and call yourself the Purple Schlong as a superhero name.
Why did you have to name my superhero, Mason? Because now nothing I come up with will be as good as the Purple song.
Because I had to.
Jeez. Stealing my thunder.
And I've also been playing an episodic game by Don't Nod. Don't Nod, they're a small French game company.
Mm-hmm.
But this game that they came out with is called Life is Strange.
It is.
Yeah, how's that?
And it is basically a cross between, depending on your generation, either My So-Called Life or Freaks and Geeks with superpowers. Of course, you're the only one with a superpower, and your only superpower is to rewind time.
That sounds fun.
So basically the game is making decisions that affect the story.
There was a game that I played like that for the cell phone, and I can't remember what it was called, but it like had that same kind of concept, only instead of like you could rewind time for a little bit, but then you could also like transport temporarily in between kind of dimensions and affect things in the future that would then help you progress in the game.
Okay.
It was really fun.
Yeah. In Life is Strange, you only can go backward. But anything that's like on you, like say my phone was your phone, I needed your phone to get information off of it, I could walk up to you, steal your phone, and then as soon as you start going like, hey, I could reverse time and just walk away. But I still have your phone because it's in my possession.
Okay.
So you have to like do puzzles like where you rewind time.
I
and
love
stuff.
games that have puzzles. Like,
And episode 3 of 5 is
Logic.
out, and this was the wrong time to buy the game.
oh yeah, how come? Did it go
The
on
end
sale
of
right away?
No, I bought it on sale technically. But even so, if you buy the whole thing, all 5 episodes at once, it's $20. If you buy each individual episode, it's $6 an episode, and there's 5 episodes. So it's not that expensive. But no, the end of episode 3 was just the wrong time to fucking stop. I can't say why without ruining it, but it was because of reasons. Yeah. So if the style of game appeals to you, and honestly, it is a really good game. It the art style they chose for it works very well. It's set in the fictional city of Arcadia Bay, Oregon. I'm trying to decide more if it's more supposed to be Astoria or Coos Bay, Oregon. I'm not sure which, but it's the art style they chose is really pretty. The songs and the background music work really well.
That's important.
But yeah, it's a very well made game. You could tell Don't Nod really cared about making it. And I'll tell you what, some of the decisions are really tough to make. There's a couple of forced decisions in the beginning of the game where they're basically just introing how to use your rewind power. Mm-hmm. But besides that, those decisions they make for you, kind of. They just tell you, use your rewind now. But you wouldn't necessarily normally have to through the rest of the game. But that's just like I said, they're just teaching you how to use the functions in the game. And then after that, there are some really hard decisions that I didn't want to make either decision that I could make in the game.
Apathy wasn't an option.
Apathy was not an option. So yeah.
Bastards.
They're acting like you're supposed to be invested and care about things in the game. Like your character is. But yeah, so that was a really good. It's a really good game so far. And if you're interested in it, wait till episode 4 comes out before you buy it, because you don't want to end at the end of episode 3 like me, and on that fucking cliffhanger.
Yeah.
People are going to say the same thing about episode 4 unless ends
of episodes 1 and 2 were nowhere near as bad.
No.
Hey, Nikki.
Hey, yeah.
So $24.29. That'll get you 12-incher.
Are you looking up?
You got one. It's a 15-inch Great American Challenge.
Oh, he's talking dildos. Oh, gross. Oh no, I've been in the Pleasure Boutique and they have the All American Challenge there. Fucking hilarious. It's a fist.
I sincerely hope Tara goes through your internet search history.
Oh my god, I hope so too.
God, that would be hilarious.
Oh my god, it would. Especially if you told her you were looking it up for me and then didn't explain why. That would be fucking funny.
They got that the jelly double dong thing.
Yeah,
that's
like
$39.95.
That would be. I want to get one of the weird shaped ones to hit people with though, throw it like a boomerang. You guys probably haven't. Spink wanted a corset once when she was in town, and that was the only place we could think of that had them. So we were in there, and while she was in the dressing room, I am literally just walking around the back room trying not to laugh my ass off at all, because there were a lot of creepy guys in there that were really serious about what was going on, and I'm just like, look at this one. That one looks like a baby's hand. Why? Well, I mean, because it was shaped like a fist and was just not
full size.
Was not human sized.
Yeah.
Dwarf sized, maybe.
Well, baby sized. Well, dwarf sized is a possibility too. That could have been on purpose.
Call this one the Hobbit.
Oh, the Humpit. Oh my god.
On that note, Nikki, how was your week?
My week, well, it's been more than a week since I've done all podcasts and shit with you guys.
How's your month been?
My month's been fucking fantastic. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Did some field work, got to help band some owls, pet a golden eagle. I pet a fucking golden eagle. Can we just appreciate that for a second? Quite possibly a life-changing experience for me, and now I'm going to go and probably end up trying to do the Masters of Raptor Biology program. It's fine. And then I took a spinning class.
Spinning yarn, not learning how to bicycle in place.
Or mix mad beats. Yo.
Or learn to be a spinster.
Well, I mean, I own 4 sewing machines, and I'm using a spinning wheel as we're sitting here doing the podcast. So.
And she has how many cats at her house?
Well, only one's mine, you dick.
And it's going to take her how long to replace the other ones when she moves out?
I don't want to talk about it.
Cats are free.
Cats are great. Shut up. And I may have a new lady friend. We don't need to get into it. It's fine.
You don't have to go into specifics, but yay.
Yay! May or may not be Dustin and Jen's fault. May or may not be awesome. And the end. And everything's coming at Millhouse. Yeah. Life's good.
Yay.
Yay! And I'm doing a sleep study finally.
Awesome.
They're gonna figure out. Apparently, I stop breathing frequently in my sleep. Yeah.
So you get to wear a mask and be like Vader.
More like Tim, actually.
Oh yeah, I know.
But I'm gonna say it's Vader.
Tim.
My ex wore one too. I always gave her shit because she sounded like Vader when she was sleeping.
That was almost a news topic I picked up that somebody had developed.
Yeah, I
a
saw that
sleep app
thing.
that just is like this little thing that
I saw that, and I'm gonna probably research it because I toss and turn in my sleep a lot, and just I can see myself completely just yanking shit over, and
Yeah.
that sounds like a good idea. So yeah. Apparently, during like a 3-hour period of me being passed out of sleep, I stopped breathing 4 times. So that's a
So
thing.
you have done the sleep study already?
No. I just asked somebody to tell me if I stopped breathing in my sleep.
They just watched you for 3 hours and...
Yes, it's fine. Don't talk about it.
All right.
It's okay. But
Just curious.
now I know I stopped sleeping regularly. And that's cool. So, yeah. Hey, how about you, buddy?
I kind of touched on it at the beginning, but we've been doing a lot of... we did the head shaving thing. Got a lot of the prizes out to people. I've only gotten 2. I got 2 more things I still got to get out. The person who won the Megaran stuff, and the one who won some of JT's,
Whatever. You're totally keeping it for
JT's
yourself.
artwork. No, her name, I just don't know. Her name's Kirsten. If you're listening, get a hold of me. Actually, your Science Sarah friend knows her.
Oh.
I just need to get a hold
Okay,
of her.
I'll talk to her.
We ran into her downtown, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah, it was her.
Awesome.
It was the day before her birthday, and she was out partying.
Yeah, I was supposed to go out with her, and then I'm poor. Because I had to go testify in court, and then they didn't end up using me, but I took the whole day off, and then found out when I got back that my PTO jury duty time got applied, basically, and then I got back and found out that it didn't work for that. So I missed a day of work and then found out I didn't get paid for it, so my last paycheck was very disappointing. So I wasn't able to go out with them, but it was a bunch of science nerds just out doing shit and getting drunk.
It would have been amazing.
I know, I was totally gonna DD for them too, but they were.
And then after that, we did the betting on a cure thing for here at work.
Which, you and Jen looked fucking adorable. By the way, the pictures you posted with you in your James Bond tux and her in her super awesome dress with her super awesome hair and her super awesome necklace, you guys were adorable.
She did the hair herself too.
That's really cool. And then what she said about how Evie thought you guys were getting married. That's so cute.
You guys getting married?
Did she say it like that?
I don't.
Oh.
Maybe. Something.
That sounds nothing like his daughter.
Yeah, way to ruin my geeking out over your adorable child.
Okay,
I
yes.
appreciate it.
That's exactly how she
No,
said
it's fine. The moment's gone. You guys gotta ruin my joy.
And then we posted up the last 2 episodes of The Initiative to keep you guys tied over. Speaking of which, all that stuff that we did on our live stream on Twitch is officially archived over at our YouTube channel. So if you feel like sitting through 6 hours of
Us being idiots?
us being assholes and crazy people,
Well, I mean, if they're listening to this, they're already used to us being assholes and maybe enjoy it. So maybe us getting delirious towards the end of the 6 hours of being assholes is appealing to them.
you can watch Scott do magic. Professor Algernon do
Would you
magic.
stop doing that? I don't know why you get the two confused. They don't even look alike.
No, they don't. And you can
One
watch,
wears much better hats.
You can watch
And
yes.
does magic.
I don't know. Scott's got a pretty cool hat. He's got a Resident Evil hat that he wears that he made himself.
Oh, he made that? I didn't know
Yeah,
that. That's
but
pretty
it's a baseball hat.
That's true. With a patch on it.
Nowhere near as cool as Professor Algernon's hat.
It's a baseball hat with a patch on it. Who's kidding? Who are we kidding?
It's nowhere near as cool as Professor Algernon's hat.
By the way, if you hear any weird nasally voices, sniffling, and coughing,
It's allergy season.
it is. The trees are sexing like rabbits out there. It is awful. I have been sounding like I've got the plague for like a week and a half, and every time I meet somebody new, I have to be like, I'm not sick, I just sound like shit. Like, I have to quantify it. Like,
which is great for an audio show.
oh,
We could
yeah.
totally make this into a movie.
So I figured I'd warn people.
Death Pollen 2015.
I believe
Sci-fi, if you steal that, we will sue the pants
I'm
off
pretty
you.
sure
So
M.
we
Night
go
Shyamalan
outside
did
and
that
just-
with The Happening already.
I liked that movie.
We'll get
did
about
too.
5 minutes of footage of just the trees and plain porno music in the background. And then me and Mason show up with flamethrowers and take out all the trees. We're good.
No, there are some cottonwoods by our apartment complex. If you have a flamethrower and are looking for shit to burn, could you please take
No,
that
'cause
out?
then you'll just cough and hack with the smoke.
No, but that's temporary. Cottonwood fluff is around forever.
No, only during spring and
No,
summer.
no, because it piles up in corners and it's horrible.
I'll tell you what, in your neck of the woods, because I used to live in that neck of the woods, it is fucking atrocious. I mean,
I used to live down by the river, not in a van, and it was barely worse down there than it is.
I remember leaving for work in the mornings over off where I used to live on Douglas, and like there would be like a stack of
yeah,
fucking
like just an
cottonwood
avalanche
like that,
of
just,
cottonwood
Yeah.
jizz just
It look-
everywhere.
that area can look like it's the middle of winter when there's so much cottonwood.
Yeah.
Just
So,
to note,
I'm
Dustin
riding
was
my-
holding his fingers about 2 inches apart.
Yeah, just 2 inches of cottonwood jizz. And so I'm riding my scooter home, and I go into this cloud of it, and I've got my mask, my helmet with the face mask on, and it just goes whoop up the mask.
Oh,
I'm like,
no.
it's in my face! It's like clawing at my helmet. I almost crashed and died. It was horrible.
We don't want you to crash in that.
I don't, and I was like 20 feet from home. That's the worst part. Is I was like, Meh!
oh, that face was amazing. All right. Well, we're pretty much caught up on everybody's lives. The last thing I guess is that we've been trying to clean our house to make it look like humans live there,
So you can get a baby
Don't
pig,
lie.
so I can look like baby pig lives there,
so that maybe we might actually be able to invite people over and not feel embarrassed about the way we live.
and get a baby pig.
I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon.
Well, what if somebody buys you a baby pig?
Bacon?
No, there's no bacon seeds.
It is a bacon seed.
By the way, I learned a great new term for nerd children. Nerd seeds. So, William and Sydney are nerd seeds.
Okay.
Someday they will grow into full-size nerds
Yeah.
with the right application of water and nutrients and comic books
And video games.
and video
And
games.
video games.
Which they're, doing pretty well. For,
Yeah.
Indoor nerd seeds.
Most nerd seeds are indoor.
I know. They don't clean the air at all.
Which is weird. Plenty of water, but lack of sunlight actually makes them grow bigger.
Yes.
Apply miracle game as necessary. Don't judge me.
You tried. It's okay. I get it. It was a Miracle Grow joke. Shall we?
It was a really poorly executed Miracle Grow
It was.
joke.
It was, but
You're
I did
being overly generous.
I did get it without assistance. Okay. News?
Yeah, that's why we're here.
Rochambeau? What was... So-
My flat palm, I held like this and tried to hit my fist. I've had
Nikki
really
did it
bad
backwards.
insomnia since it got hot. I'm not sleeping anymore, and most of it, like, it's not even all whatever reasons you guys are thinking. It's just I don't sleep.
Well, we're all thinking the good reasons.
Yeah, it's mostly Nikki doesn't sleep when it gets hot out, so I'm sorry.
Are you going to try this again? Kai Bai Bo.
Well, fuck, I'm the only one limited. Screw you guys, I didn't want to play anyway.
Kai Bai Bo.
Ah,
Potatoes.
you, sir.
Okay.
Mason
so-
is the winner. Rock, two scissors.
Yep. Alrighty, so I've got two news stories. I'm going to do the first one now and the last one at the end. So the first news story. Classical FM out of Britain just released their 2015 list of the top 300 classical songs. Which, yeah, okay, whatever, cool. However, the list of stuff that is nerd applicable on that list keeps growing year after year. So this is the list of songs that has to do with either A, nerdy movies, or B, video games, or there's one television show on here. However, they have done some clumping in a couple of areas too, which I don't know if I agree with, just because, maybe we could have more slots if they didn't do the clumping.
That's what she said?
Yeah. So here is the abbreviated for nerd-only list of the top 300 classical songs.
That giggle was because I couldn't tell if that was a gross joke or a sexy joke, and so
couldn't
I
tell
just
either.
giggled appropriately.
That's why I did it in the form of a question.
Yeah.
Number 296, Superman by John Williams. That is for the 1977 or 78 Superman movie.
Do you want me to comment on the number of these I've played in orchestra as a child growing up?
Go for it.
That one?
So the
Yes. Which is by John Williams, who, if you're a nerd, you should know his music.
If you're not, you're fired.
And really, even if you're not a nerd, you've probably heard a lot of John Williams' music because he's everywhere. Number 275 is the classic Doctor Who theme by Murray Gold.
Yes.
Boom.
Which is on my phone.
259 is Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within by Elliot Goldenthal. Number 244 is the Halo theme by Martin O'Donnell.
The Halo theme is fucking epic.
242 is Raiders of the Lost Ark by John Williams.
I just realized I've heard the Halo theme. Have you heard the version with Lindsay Sterling? Fucking amazing. Okay.
That's because she's kind of amazing with
Yes,
that
she
little
is.
violin of hers, Nero.
It's named Nero?
Her black carbon fiber performance
I
violist
didn't
is
know
named,
that.
is named Nero.
My viola's named George after the Beatle.
Oh yeah, hers is named Nero because it's
Nero.
It's black,
And
Nero's Latin for black.
and Nero played the fiddle.
That's not her reasoning.
No, but it
I know,
makes it
but-
appropriate. Shut up.
Let's see. Number 202 is Pirates of the Caribbean: Curse of the Black Pearl by Klaus Badelt.
Interesting.
Which I believe it's either Apocalyptica or Epica has a really good version of that. That's like metal orchestra awesomeness.
Number 185 is The Hobbit by Howard Shore. Mm-hmm. Number 163 is the StarCraft II theme by Glenn Stafford. Number 124 is the Harry Potter theme by John Williams.
Yes.
There he is again.
It's like he does this for a living or something.
Yeah.
What speaks to our nerdy little souls.
Yeah. Number 118 is the Blue Dragon theme by Nobuo Uematsu. Sorry, Uematsu.
From
Blue Dragon. It's a video game that was only pretty much a Japan release for the
That's
Xbox.
fine. I'll just look stupid. It's
I didn't know about the song until this
Okay.
list. It is a good song. I did listen to it though because I like his work.
Do they have on this website, you can listen to each of them on the list?
I'm not sure if you can jump to any specific song, but you can go
I
to
mean,
You can probably
listen
hear-
to John Williams songs.
I was gonna say, I was just wondering if maybe they had a player for each song that you
I
can
don't.
listen to.
They didn't on the
copyright wise,
list.
they probably
Okay,
can't.
I was just curious.
Yeah. Jurassic Park. Number 100 is Jurassic Park
Played it.
by John Williams.
Jurassic Park, yes.
Number 84 is The Legend of Zelda by Koji Kondo.
Fucking A.
Number 82 is the Star Wars theme by John Williams.
Hey, it's that nerd points thing we were talking
Yeah.
about. If you had not heard of John Williams, I don't think we could be friends anymore.
And I was specifically referring to the Star Wars theme.
And
but
I
all
consider
of the
all of our listeners my friends.
yes,
And I'm guessing it's like the actual Star Wars theme, not just the Imperial March.
no, the actual Star Wars theme.
Okay.
Number 53 is the World of Warcraft theme by Neil Bauer et al. There was actually a lot of writers involved in that song. Number 41 is Viva Pinata by Grant Kirkhope.
Good lord.
Number 30 is Kingdom Hearts theme by Yoko Shimomura.
Kingdom Hearts at number 30? Really that high on the list?
Yes.
Crazy. Okay.
They're looking at, remember, you can't think of the game. You just have to think of the soundtrack.
Just
purely
based on musical
these-
merit.
Soundtrack based purely on musical merit. Yeah. Number 21 is The Lord of the Rings by Howard Shore.
Absolutely.
13 is Banjo-Kazooie by Grant Kirkhope.
For 13, that kills me.
I don't remember that song.
Hold on. Let me just-
No, don't. I thought you were going to hum it. I was like, that's
Hold on.
not going to help.
No. Hold on. We have to hear this.
You're gonna get us dinged on YouTube again.
Yes, he is.
Well, it's the theme, right? The intro theme?
Yeah.
Our audience at home can just Google it.
Yeah.
I have to hear this.
I know. I really want to hear
I
it
want to
too.
know why it's
Well,
number
we can hear it
13
after
on the
the show.
list.
What?
We can hear it after the show.
But we're talking about it now,
It's less
Michael.
than a minute long, and I'm only going to listen to like the first
Yeah,
10
just like
seconds.
30 seconds of it,
All
not
right.
even.
If it loads. Not the theme. That's just me.
I was gonna say that's a shitty theme. Why is that on the top list?
Why is it 13? Why is it,
Why is it
even
number
within the
13?
top 15?
Yeah. And it's not loading. So
All right, we'll keep going.
number 11 is, this is one of they clumped them together, and I don't agree with them clumping them together. They clumped all of the themes from the Elder Scrolls series together. They're by Jeremy Soule. They're all by the same person. Specifically, they are referencing, though, Rise of the Neverine, which is Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, and Dragonborn, which is Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim's themes. And I think they should give them their each own individual spots on the list, because they're both awesome songs. And number 9 is the Final Fantasy series. Yet again, another clumping. And I think there's enough good songs in the 14 Final Fantasy games that have been made. No, 16 or 18, but 14 main titles in the X2 versions of them, and yada yada. But anyway, but there's been enough awesome music in the Final Fantasy series that they should not have been clumped together. But the Final Fantasy series by Nobuo Uematsu.
Is that what, number 4? you
That's
said?
number 9.
Oh.
After that, it goes back to who you would expect type stuff. Beethoven's and Bach's and Tchaikovsky's. And so, yeah.
You doing your second news or
No.
am I? Oh.
Now we're going to come full circle.
We're gonna
on
come
this.
full
I don't
circle.
like that. It throws me.
But it's the circle of life.
And then Dustin's posting hilarious lesbian comedians for me to laugh at later.
So,
not
Cameron
the
Esposito, go look her up.
Oh
She's
my god,
awesome.
fucking funny. The homophobic response. I need to just download that and carry it with me all the time. Because, yeah, one time I was riding my bike from my house down to Mulligan's because I used to live there.
Right.
And a BSU football game was getting out. And so I was going the opposite way of traffic and going around the crowds and stuff because there's all those drunk people walking. And some douchebag in a truck yells, "Get a fucking car, dyke!" at me. And I think he meant to insult me, but I thought it was fucking hilarious because, first of all, I was out to a very select few people then, had very long hair, I didn't think I looked overly gay. But the fact that he yelled it at me and thought it was going to be an insult was fucking hilarious to me. So I love that sketch because her whole thing that's I'm a lesbian. It's kind of our thing. We're not doing it because we're bummed about it. That cracked my shit up.
Yeah.
So, okay, so my news is kind of found at the last minute. Didn't need to tell you that, but behind the scenes. So it's about this woman met a man who he had been bar. I need to do vocal exercises before we record when it's this out. Basically, they've performed the first successful face transplant, full face transplant. There was a gentleman who was severely disfigured. There's actually pictures in a shotgun accident about 15 years ago, to the point where he refused to leave his house, and if he had to, he would wear a surgical mask. He would go shopping at night, stuff like that. And they were basically able to restore most of his face. He still can't. It says he still can't eat, smoke, or get sunburned.
Weird.
Or drink, smoke, and get sunburned. Okay. I think maybe they meant alcohol.
Yeah, I think they mean alcohol.
Yeah, that wasn't very clear. But he's got a lot of follow-up appointments, and he's obviously on a whole slew of immunosuppressors to try and make his head not go, "Hey, this face.
It's not
Stop
mine.
lying.
Ah!
Hey, it's the wrong face." But so he actually got to meet the woman whose brother that face used to belong to.
It's gotta be so fucking surreal.
Yeah, and it's just a very sweet video. I highly recommend watching it. It's very touching, and she there's a quote up here somewhere. She says, "Wow, this is the face I grew up with." So it's very cool, very interesting. They did a great job. It looks like they kind of went around the edge
Yeah.
of the jawline to sort of keep scarring minimally noticeable.
Right.
But yeah, so they have a picture that's the before, so what this poor guy's face looks like
Yeah.
from the shotgun accident. It looks like most of his jaw was just
Blown off.
blown off. Yeah, he doesn't really have much of a
So
nose.
did they rebuild his jaw? Like,
Yeah.
how
Mm-hmm.
did, that's
That's
crazy.
from the donated parts.
Oh,
It wasn't just, when I say the face, I don't
did-
just mean the skin. It
Yeah,
was
they
like the
rebuilt
jawline,
bones
the
and-
nose,
Yeah.
all that stuff was donated.
crazy.
I know. And then they should have a picture of, it said somewhere on here what all these pictures were from, but now I can't find it. One of shortly after the surgery happened, and then one period of time later when he's had a chance to heal and his hair has grown back and stuff. And it's an incredibly remarkable difference.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I hate to put it this way, but it's accurate to put it this way to a lot of people. He looks human again.
yeah, and it's unfortunate to have to say that, but his face got blown off. I don't know how he survived that, actually. The extent of the damage looks
Yeah.
crazy. He must have
probably because
barely
it-
missed his brain.
I would say probably because it shot forward.
Yeah, I bet you're right. I bet that's what happened.
Yeah.
So they're still working with him on getting some feeling and sensation in the face. He's able to smile now and show facial expressions. He still doesn't have a lot of feeling in it, but I mean, he's still healing. So it's incredible. And that's my news.
Yay,
Yay.
science.
I got claps.
So-
You didn't get claps. Suck it.
I just gotta say, so this makes Face Off a real thing.
Damn it, Mike.
With a few more surgical advances, unfortunately, yes.
I want to be John Travolta or Nicolas Cage. No,
I'm going to vote for
I lied.
no thanks for either of those.
All right, before I go to my news, here it is. This is the Banjo-Kazooie theme. That's the N64 intro.
It might be a new one. The specific song is Banjo-Kazooie. So it might be from a later one, too.
Yeah, I can't imagine this being listed
Yeah.
as...
Hold on. I think that's just the opening N64 sequence.
I don't know. It's on the list.
Very classical.
I'm betting it's from a later one. I'm betting it's from a later Banjo and Kazooie game.
Yeah, I can't imagine that being on that.
Especially number
list.
13.
Yeah.
With all the stuff I read off before number 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be from a later game.
Or a live performance version of it or something weird. I just,
Yeah.
no.
So, anyway,
I need to
So-
wash my ears now.
Yeah, that was not.
That was from the N64.
right.
There's been greater musical advances since then.
Yes.
Yeah,
That was-
lots.
Kind of like somebody farted in my ear with this
the
Nintendo
banjo?
64. Yeah.
They farted in your ear with an N64.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just,
And the frog noise, and like
Yeah.
it was like MIDI poop all up in our faces.
I mean, granted, the Classic FM is a British radio station, but
So they may be into that kind of thing. Who knows? D. News. What you got?
so, there is a difference between artist and pretentious douchebag. I don't know if you know what I'm saying.
Nikki's an artist. You're
Which reminds me,
Ouch.
remind me to show you my latest me standing in a pile of cats artwork. Artist, pretentious douchebag.
Apparently. What happened? What just happened? Why am I getting the wrong end of this deal?
because you're Dustin Vancouver.
Yay. Or he can be this guy, Richard Prince.
Yeah.
Okay, so this comes to us from Distractify.com.
Which is a dangerous website.
I think this
Aptly
is just one of those news articles that gets spread around. I'm sure you can find it on Uprocks and all those other fucking regurgitators.
I think they prefer the term aggregator, not regurgitator, but you're right.
It's news puke.
You can take a ride on the
Newsaria.
Regurgitron.
I will say I do enjoy BuzzFeed's videos. They can be pretty entertaining sometimes.
Yeah, BuzzFeed's original videos are pretty funny.
So, guy named Richard, I'm just going to read this right from the article. Richard Prince took popular Instagram photos, blew them up, and sold them at $90,000 a piece.
Oh my god, I want to punch this guy in the vagina. This is the worst thing ever.
Problem is, 6 of the images belong to Suicide Girls models. But
I know why he's allowed to do it.
Well, he didn't actually. It's not the pictures; it's the Instagram posts.
He took photos of the posts.
Of the posts, yes.
So he is technically the copyright holder of those images. It is fucking bullshit. And if anybody pulled that shit with something I'd done, I would sell all of my belongings to hire a slew of lawyers. Like, it's...
So he started a gallery with it. Word of his gallery spread quickly, which is to be expected of an artist, quotes, who expects people to pay $90,000 of other people's Instagram photos that are blown up and printed on canvas. So the people who actually took the photos are getting their revenge in a genius way. There's a nice little, fun little thing here.
Does he give a
Suicide
discount
Girls
if you're
put
the
up.
person that took the actual photo? Like, I feel like you should get a 50% discount.
If my discount was I could punch him in the nose, then yes.
Oh, God.
I would say yes. Suicide Girl founder, Missy Suicide, was not having any of Prince's shenanigans and decided to get back at Prince in the most righteously ironic way imaginable, selling their own identical prints for 1,000th of the price.
Nice.
So for $90, you can get a 67 by 55 print on canvas of the Instagram post.
Without all the obnoxious comment sections below it,
No,
probably.
it has all the comment
Oh, it
sections,
does?
yeah.
Oh, meh.
Because it's ironic because it's the same fucking thing as the guy who's selling them for $90,000.
I would rather get it without all that bullshit, is my...
Well, me too, but...
But I'd also rather support the people it actually belong to.
Right.
Well, and it's not only... It doesn't even support them, so let me continue.
Yeah.
Not only are they the same images printed on the same type of canvas, but there's an added comment on the official Suicide Girls pieces that reads, "True art." Sources indicate, but have not confirmed, that Missy Suicide also sent Richard Prince a tube of ointment because she just burned him hardcore. In all seriousness, though, Missy Suicide insists that she's, quote, not holding a grudge, and that Suicide Girls will not be taking any legal action against Prince. The profits they will make will go towards a great cause, making their victory all the better. Every dollar from the Suicide's Instagram art is also being directly donated to the Electronic Frontier Foundation, and they're all about protecting our digital civil liberties. Very
That's
apropos.
fucking rad. Also, I didn't know that the Suicide Girls had an Instagram account.
Well, all the the Suicide Girls do, but a lot of the individual Suicide Girls have their own Instagram accounts too.
That's a whole side of Instagram I hadn't even thought about because I use mine to follow cats, pit bulls, and science. Like that's Nikki's good time right there.
The sun is like perfectly coming.
I know
through
you
this.
are orange right now. This
Yeah.
is. We should probably take a picture of this. It's beautiful. You look pretty, Dustin. You just. Oh my god, that face is fantastic.
I'm trying not to stare directly into the sun right now.
Bright light. Bright light. Bright.
It's a
Oh my God.
nuclear reactor.
That's the best picture I've ever taken of anyone in my life.
That is bright.
He looks like he's gonna explode. Like he's glowing from within.
Yeah.
And he's gonna pop. Does he? Like,
I can't see through the sunspot.
I just post it to our page.
Is that bad, guys? I can't tell. Should I not be able to see?
You
like,
should probably like. Oh, I looked at it. Why did I look at it? I knew it was
I don't know.
there.
Should I not be able to see
Yeah.
3 shades of white?
You might want to scoot your chair over about
Better than
2
50
feet.
Shades of Grey. Am I right?
Ah, perfect. There's a wall pole right there, so I can.
She said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there
Okay,
you go.
I'm good.
Okay.
So yeah, Justice.
I kind of want to post this
Get
to our
yourself
page
some,
with the caption "Blinded by the Light."
Get yourself some sexy Suicide Girl Instagram prints and support a cool cause for literally 1,000th of the price.
Yay.
Yay!
Yay!
I'll clap for my own news.
My hands are resting, so clapping, it's,
Yay.
Mike's turn.
So,
Go, Mike. It's all you, buddy.
It's a fun night, you guys.
Good to be back.
Yeah. If you're in Massachusetts,
Which I am not.
I like Massachusetts.
yeah, careful wearing stormtrooper outfits there.
Yeah.
Might get arrested.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, man arrested for wearing Star Wars stormtrooper costume outside school. So,
I think it was because he had a blaster gun specifically, though.
technically, that was the reason, and they were like, well, it looks like he's wearing plastic, but we don't know. And it was just, yeah. But, yeah, so the guy, I'm trying to find his name. It was right here in front of me. George Cross, yes. So, George Cross buys himself a stormtrooper costume. And just like any Star Wars fan who just bought a Star Wars costume, what are you going to do?
I'll wear it.
Yep. You know, put that bitch on, and you are going to show it off. That is exactly what he did. He puts his costume on, he goes out, he shows it off to friends. It just so happens it was getting close to the time that the school was about to get out, so he's like, hey, I'll go give the kids something to, go, oh, cool about, and, go stand out by the school while they're getting out. Yeah, so the principal of the school...
I'm trying to figure out who's in the right and who's
Emperor
in the wrong.
He was the principal of the school? What's cool?
He's arresting his own soldier?
It's kind of terrible person Palpatine is.
So the principal basically, they see him out there, they call the police, they suspect, well, I forget what it is, they delay the kids getting out from school, basically. They keep them inside until the police get there and arrest the guy. Yeah. So, it's about, tolerance is in very short supply.
Yeah.
Fear is in abundance.
Yep.
And it's just bloody ridiculous.
Usual, but worse.
And you should watch the video sometime just for the
Well, the problem.
parents that they interview, because there's just, oh God. It's like reasons we should be supporting sterilizing some people.
Well,
You should have to pass an IQ test and a common sense test before you are allowed to breed.
but that takes away people's civil rights.
Haven't you seen... Shit, I forgot the name.
Idiocracy.
Yes, that
I
thing.
have. Yeah.
Go with Plant's Grave!
I fear that Idiocracy will happen.
It is happening. Have you seen Idiocracy? You look confused.
I have not seen it yet.
Okay, it's set in the future. Basically, all the smart people were so busy doing science, and all the dumb people were so busy popping out multiple babies that in the future we're all fucking morons.
The average IQ is like 75, and
I think it was less than that.
or something like. But they preserve an average human, like, average height.
The military accidentally preserves him and forgets about him.
Right. But he was preserved, and he's absolutely average. Like, his IQ is 100.
Mm-hmm.
He's of average weight for his age range and height. He is of average height. I mean, just average in all
They
ways.
chose him because he is so average.
Right. He was the average representative.
His name was John Smith.
Pretty much, yeah. And then they cryogenically freeze him to send him to the future and forget about him.
Yeah.
Eventually, he wakes up
In that shitty future.
in that future, and he is the most brilliant human being on the planet, when he used to consider himself not very smart.
There is
That's
a
called-
worldwide food shortage because they've been trying to water plants with the equivalent of Gatorade.
Yeah.
There's no watering fountains. It's all Gatorade.
No, it's all Mountain Dew, I thought.
It was that Gatorade stuff.
Oh, sorry,
yeah.
Gatorade. Yeah.
And when he tells them to use water on the plants, they're like, you mean toilet water? Like, that's what they use water for.
Yeah.
Toilets.
Yeah. They only drink, like, sports drinks
Yeah.
and Gatorade.
And the
soda.
commercials are, it's got what plants crave. And that's why they water plants with it. And it's so stupid. And it's really hard to watch, but also funny. But it's,
also painful because
Yeah.
it's happening.
yeah. Yeah. So, like, they basically show, like, oh, scientists will be like, oh, we're doing our job, so let's have a baby, okay. And then the stupid people are like, let's go do sex. And, like, 87 babies pop out. And then those babies each have 87 babies for the same reason. And it, like, shows this one guy cheating on his wife, so he really has, like, more than 87 babies. It's just, it's fucking funny.
Yeah.
And
like-
isn't it by the South Park guys?
I think so.
Yeah.
That sounds like something they would do.
Yeah, it's called Idiocracy, and you should totally look it up.
Yeah.
It's funny and sad.
But basically, all the smart people are, busy being smart, so they don't breed.
Could be Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Right?
Yes. So it's like there's this one scientist couple they follow, and they're talking about how they don't want to have a kid yet because it would be irresponsible because they're not financially secure and they're both still paying off their student loans. And then they get their student loans paid off, but they're paying off their house, and they haven't saved enough for the child's college fund yet. And then, like, eventually it goes on and on and on, and like eventually the guy dies from having a heart attack, and due to the stress of her husband dying, the woman who was already close to menopause goes into menopause, so she can no longer have a child, even if she found another guy, and all this other stuff. So, yeah.
All right.
Yep.
It's hilarious. It's got what plants crave.
Yeah.
They crave electrolytes, by the way.
Yeah.
But nobody knows what electrolytes are.
Yeah.
But that's in Gatorade.
But
Yeah,
they don't know what's in Gatorade.
But we don't water plants with Gatorade.
Oh.
Because electrolytes are salt.
That's why their plants died
That's
in
why
the
their
ground.
plants
Shit.
die. Yeah.
I made my own Gatorade once, and it was basically just salt water with lemon juice.
Yeah, pretty much.
Tastes about the same as Gatorade. Like, drink it when you're not super fucking thirsty, and you can totally taste the salt.
Yeah.
Oh, I have.
Yeah.
Gatorade.
Looking at some...
Specifically formulated to taste better the thirstier you are.
Mm-hmm.
Go, smart scientists at Florida. So, yeah.
Last news story?
Last news story. And the most important news of all fucking week, boys and girls. Bethesda has officially announced Fallout 4!
I like that you yelled that in a World Cup soccer announcer voice.
That's
that
right.
Was topically appropriate.
Listen, you should do it again.
Oh
No,
my
I
god, yes.
shouldn't.
No, yes, please.
Okay. I don't know if I can do it again.
Hold on, prepping up. Prepping up.
I think you're...
And Bethesda has announced Fallout 4!
That was really epic.
You're welcome. That was awesome.
So, yes.
So what are we excited about with Fallout 4, Mason?
Boston?
It's going to be set in Boston, which I'm a little disappointed in. I wanted San Francisco.
I'm
Apparently they rest stormtroopers there.
Yeah.
That's
So
what
I'm
caused
gonna
Fallout.
I'm gonna go get a mod for my power armor that makes my power armor look like stormtrooper armor,
my
and go around
God.
shooting authority figures.
There totally needs to be one.
There
Yes.
will be one like on day 2.
Mm-hmm.
if it's set in Boston, like right, and they announced it right when that happened.
You should just park your guy right outside of school. Just let him stand there.
Yeah.
Take screen caps, please. You will be so internet famous, along with the other 87 people that think of that.
Right.
Yeah.
So what they have not given a lot of details yet. All that has been announced is the announcement trailer, which looks really good. Was done in engine. It's not Witcher 3 graphics, but I'm okay with that. Mainly so hopefully my current computer can play it. Everything on my computer is fine for running Witcher 3 except my graphics card. It's too small.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So Mason needs to fix his computer
So
to
Mason-
buy a game, is what
Mason
I'm hearing.
needs to upgrade his computer to buy Witcher 3. But that's neither here nor there because we're talking about Fallout currently. And if I can't run Fallout when the specs are dropped, yeah, video card first priority. But
It's okay. I didn't need 2 kidneys.
yeah, I have an extra kidney. I have an extra kidney and an extra eye.
They give you
and-
2 of things for a
Yeah,
reason.
an extra lung.
It's a redundant system.
But yeah, I mean, the graphics of the trailer are in engine, but they're not. They're probably not real time rendered. So it's probably a little bit prettier than the game will be, but they're probably continuing a storyline that was hinted at in Fallout 3. There was the quest, whose name I just forgot. The Synthetic Man was the name of the quest, where you help an android, either help or harm an android. And the man who initiates the quest with you is from the place called the Institute up north, which happens to be in Boston. The Institute, it's MIT.
Are you sure it's not the Institute for Gifted Children? The Xavier Institute? Pretty sure. Isn't that like outside of Boston?
No, that's outside of Rochester, New York.
Fuck.
I
got all excited.
No,
I hope they tie it in the big mountain somewhere.
They might try it into Big MT too. Yeah. But so you get to hopefully do some more quest lines involving the androids if your character isn't an android himself.
Oh.
Sorry, doing the Dr. Evil finger.
It's an audio podcast.
Yes, I know.
Dorks. Dustin just did full on $1 million pinky finger shit. Like that
And it's easy when you got a pinky that bends out.
That's pretty special.
So
I mean that in the best way possible.
Special.
You're special.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to the improved graphics, but that's not to me the important part. Because the thing is that the animations still look classically Bethesda, which by that I mean stiff and kind of wooden.
That's what she said.
Oh.
I missed this, you guys.
We need a "That's What She Said" alarm. So every time somebody says it, we just go.
So, yeah, Fenway done up as like an armored fortress with a city called Diamond City inside it, or a town called Diamond City inside it. They have old Ironsides in the video with like jet engines on it.
What?
They're going all kinds of weird and funky this time, and it looks like it's going to be pretty cool. And
I'm totally going to be watching streams of this. You realize that?
and yeah, the one thing they did that I'm a little worried about is the Vault Dweller from Vault 111, who is your character, ostensibly, actually says, "Come on, boy, let's go to the dock."
And why is that significant?
In no other trailer ever, and in no other point ever in Fallout history has the PC spoke. You're always the silent protagonist, which this goes into game design theory. But
people always speak to you, but you never really speak back.
But you do respond. You have dialogue options.
Oh.
You respond, but because the character isn't voiced, you can do it in your own voice. Like in Fallout and Skyrim, that's how they do it. They try to put you into being the character, whereas, like, for example, in Mass Effect, which I really love the Mass Effect games too, they give the character a true name, Commander Shepard. If you go by canon, it's John Shepard. But it's always, no matter what first name you give your character, whether you make your character male or female, you are always Commander Shepard. It is Commander Shepard's story.
Borderlands
Whose
is the same way
story?
too, isn't it?
Commander Shepard.
Oh, okay.
Isn't Borderlands
Wait,
the
what's
same
the
way
last name
too?
again?
Shepard.
Jesus. My question: isn't Borderlands done the same way though?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But in both Borderlands and in Mass Effect, the characters talk when you make decisions.
Right.
They have a voice, but that voice is a character's voice.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in Elder Scrolls, in Fallout, and many other game series also, the silent protagonist, they don't have a voice because you hear your own voice when you read those responses,
you hear 'em in your head.
and you hear them in your head, it's you are the character. You are doing this, not you are controlling a character.
Yeah, I'll vouch for that too, because I play the same games, and yeah, it's very much a lot of the replay value on the Fallout and Skyrim and these games are that it's like you're in there, you're doing it. So it's not like you're playing the character, watching a story, and then, the story's over. It's you're in there and you're doing it, and that's why you end up with thousands of hours of gameplay.
Do you think they could have just done that just for the trailer?
They might have.
May have, yeah.
And I see us because there are people who are on both sides of this argument saying they want the voiced protagonist. There are people like me who don't want the voiced protagonist. There is a really simple way to fix it.
Option on, option off.
Voice, character voice on, character voice off.
The settings menu. Yep. That's the only thing in this conversation I can relate to.
The glorious setting thing.
I've been playing lots of Lego Harry Potter, and I found another Horcrux this weekend, you guys.
Awesome.
In the right.
They're making a Lego Jurassic World.
I know. I need it. I'm almost done with the Lego Harry Potter series, and I already beat all Lego Star Wars.
Did you get all Lego Batman yet? So bad.
Well, yeah, I actually don't have that anymore because I beat it so many times.
Okay.
It's fine. It's no big deal.
Okay. Just making sure.
I'm a hot shit in the Lego world,
Indiana
Mason.
Jones?
I played it, but I don't own it. So.
Oh, okay.
Did you just say you're hot shit in Lego World?
Don't worry about it.
We need a Lego store in Boise so you can just go put your sign up there.
There is one.
There is one.
Wait, we have a Lego store?
Like a legit
It's not
store?
a legit Lego store, but it's
well,
like
that's not the
brick,
same.
It's a little Brick World.
Where?
Brick World.
It's up.
Google.
It's up at like the new shopping center up on Eagle.
Cool.
Or
Road
the
trip?
New theater.
Road trip.
I think it's by the new theater, basically.
By the village?
Yeah, I think it's right around in that area.
Road trip! My favorite lotion store is there. There's a really good fishing pond there. My phone's gonna die.
All of it totally relevant.
That's crazy. 'Cause I visited a legit Lego store up in Seattle, and that place was fucking cool. It's like GameStop, but with Legos.
And you can buy individual bricks.
Yeah, they got the by the pound section basically in the back. It's nuts. And you can customize your own little characters. Like they got all the heads in one bin and all the bodies in one bin. And
I still want to do that.
yeah, it's pretty epic.
So
I'd love to do the initiative and all those games in Lego.
I
just
still
play
want
it
to
out
do my
in
bearded
Lego.
dragon with the Mario themed tank built out of Lego bricks.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and his name's gonna be Bowser.
there you
It's
go.
what's gonna happen. Like that's how shit is going down.
So
You did decide on Bowser.
I did decide on Bowser.
Yay.
Fuck yeah, I decided on Bowser because then I can build a Lego world out of a Mario world out of
Lego,
bricks.
yeah. So yeah, they haven't announced much more about Fallout 4, but I'm excited because it's a new Fallout game. I hope I can still be the silent protagonist, even if they give people an option not to be. Same dialogue options, just the character doesn't say anything when I pick the dialogue option. Okay, cool. That could solve both problems. I think that would be a great way to do it.
I can just picture you.
And-
Stop saying words.
I would be.
Even if they do it as a voice in there and they don't give an option to turn it off, someone will make a mod to turn it off.
Right, real quick, too.
We'll turn
You're
it
not
off.
going to be the only one annoyed by that.
Right. And see,
nerds. That's
that's
kinda how
that's
we roll.
another beauty of the place of this thing called
The internet.
PC over a thing called a PlayStation or Xbox.
Oh, he's being.
Is
a
that we have
platform.
mods. So, but even if you have to play it on a lesser gaming system like a console, it's Fallout 4.
As a non-serious gamer, I really enjoy these conversations.
Like I know I'm speaking off of the hype, but Bethesda has never really let me down. And
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you
and that is
down.
Nikki rickrolling you.
You're
Remember
welcome.
that?
Fucking Damien rickrolled us this week. He just comes out and starts singing that. I'm like, I will kick you in the shins.
Wasn't there like some weird article about that song being sexist or something like that?
I
that
don't
was supposed
know.
to recently.
It's or just being dumb.
Retardulous.
But
Did you say retardulous?
Yes.
I've never heard that.
You're welcome.
That accurately
I say that a
describes
lot.
that song.
so, I'm just happy that the new Fallout game is finally being made. Not that I don't still enjoy playing Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, but
Still.
It's kind of like how once I beat Lego Harry Potter, I'm probably going to go back through and try and get more points.
Okay, Nikki, ever since 2008 when Fallout 3 came out, I have played one or the other of those games every summer.
Every time I play Lego Harry Potter, I can get a higher score.
I know, but what I'm saying is that
and smash more pots Zelda style to get coins that are actually little Lego studs.
But
you guys can give me shit if you want.
I'm not giving you shit.
I realize they're for like ages 8 through 12. It's fine.
I'm not giving. You're the one giving yourself shit.
Yeah, I know. It's what I do.
But like
Mike just fucking rickrolled me via text.
Yes. But I
cut you.
But I love. That's how much I love Fallout games. So.
And they had the little bobblehead in the magazine rack in the back of there.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
I know. I wanted to grab the bobblehead.
Grab it all right now.
Like I would have ran to the bobblehead and grabbed that before the power armor.
Yeah. I still, to this day, anytime I pass by a first aid box on a wall,
you want to check it? Yeah.
I want to open it
right out there.
Yeah, there's one
right
out there that makes me think video games.
Problem is, I'm worried I'll get dirty water and empty syringes.
Better than
I
dirty
found
syringes.
one of those in a parking lot the other day.
An empty syringe?
Yeah, down at Veterans Park. Like, went out there, walked around, and like, on the way out, stepped on something and it went crunch. And I looked down. I'm like, oh, fun! A hypodermic needle.
I just weren't walking around barefoot or something.
No shit. And I had on real shoes and not my fucking boat shoes I've been wearing all the time because that would have been a fun game.
Yeah.
With the soles that are like a centimeter thick, you know.
Cool. Well, considering it would the needle's body would have either been plastic or glass, you would have just crunched it with even the boat shoes.
Well, but I'm more concerned about the pointy end.
Well, I know, but what I'm saying is that if it was lying flat on its side, like needles tend to lay, you probably wouldn't have stepped. You probably wouldn't have gotten hit with the actual.
You're not
sharp
aware
end.
of my track record with luck and pointy things, are you?
Oh, I forgot about that. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Good thing you were wearing real shoes.
And I'm current on my tetanus shot for another year, so
good.
That's cool. I have drilled into my finger. I have sliced through all layers of skin on my thigh with a brand new X-Acto knife blade. Let me tell you how fun that was. I call Heidi. I'm like, can you bring me super glue?
Have you ever stapled your thumb? I have twice.
I've sewn through my thumb. And drilled through my finger. You didn't hear that bit? The drilling through my finger bit? Okay,
That's
because
nuts.
that was a bad thing.
I did that.
That's why I have my tetanus shots.
This conversation got bad.
I did the old trying to like position the stapler like just perfectly so it'll come out between your thumbs like this. Did not work. Twice.
Wait.
You fail once, you got to try again.
Not at the same time. This is like once when I was like a teenager, and then once again in my early 20s.
Buddy.
Because
He isn't talking about the time it happened 3 years ago.
If you ever drop and break something glass and you want to make sure that you find all the shards, just have me walk around barefoot for a little bit because they will find their way to me.
P.S. That picture you took of me is officially going to be my new profile picture.
Is it really?
That is amazing.
I love that you look like you're glowing from the inside. Did you see that Mark King liked it?
I did.
Yeah. We're Facebook friends. It's fine.
We're friends too, I think.
Well, fine.
I like that you tagged us in Nerd Effect Studios. Like,
Yeah,
that's a
I
place.
set that up a while ago and I forgot about it. And it automatically tagged you as soon as I said Nerd Effect Studios.
So, yeah. So I think that is the end of the news section. Oh, and by the way, the currently anticipated release date, thanks to the fact that Bethesda does worldwide releases. They release the game on the same day all over the world. They don't stagger like a lot of game companies do, where America gets the game on Tuesday and Britain gets the game on Thursday and the rest of Europe gets the game on Friday.
It's not fair.
No, so Bethesda does worldwide releases simultaneously, all at the same day at the same time, which happens to be midnight Eastern, West Coast, because that's still the same day for every country, and also because the Italian, and because it makes sense that this would be the day that they would release a Fallout game. The day of release is supposed to be October 23rd, 2015.
Day before my birthday.
Well, I mean, that was Mason.
What?
Your phone wouldn't vibrate.
Oh, my battery is low.
Mine is too.
So, yes.
And Mike just liked your picture on Facebook. We're multitasking really efficiently.
Yes, you guys are very good at it.
I'll be honest. I've been sitting here trying to load the Rick Astley video the whole time we've been talking.
will.
Why?
And it will
I am
not
gonna
load.
just keep threatening you guys with punchings in the vagina, and maybe eventually
Well, I don't have a vagina to get punched, so I'm not terribly
I
worried
would punch
about
you
it.
so hard that you would get one.
Oh, that's the plan. Okay.
That's the whole
I will
point of that.
invert your penis.
That sounds worse in a way that I don't want it to, though. So I like my way. So I'm just gonna keep doing my way if that's cool.
Okay, we should wrap up the news.
Yes.
All right. Well, on that note, we're glad to be back. By the way, if you want to support
Guess
this
who's
show,
back? Back
find-
again.
if,
Nerd Effects back. Tell your friends. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
if you want to support the show, don't make weird Eminem mock-up
If you want to
songs.
support the show, Nikki does not speak for all of us. I say about myself.
We do have an Amazon link on our website that you can click on and maybe order yourself something nice.
Libby says that we're playing a new game where we have to guess what her next burlesque routine is based on her Amazon purchases.
Holy shit,
Awesome.
can we do that now?
Yeah.
Hold on.
I know. Okay, it's not her next one. It's her next one. I already know what her next one
Well, I
is.
saw
but I'm
that
not
a
supposed
couple
to talk
things have
about
been
it.
purchased recently, so.
Yeah, I already know what her next one is, but I'm not supposed to talk about it. It's insider information.
Giggity.
It's fine. It's gonna be so cool.
Inside her information.
You know what? Libby will punch you in the vagina.
I would.
She doesn't need me to
get
fight-
punched in the vagina for that. Yeah.
She doesn't need me to fight her battles.
Except for the fact that you actually live in the same town.
Yeah,
So it could be her
she has
punching by
minions
proxy.
she could send though. Like Libby's
Aren't you
pretty
one of
badass. Yes, I am one of her minions.
Okay,
so
so
she does need me to fight her battles, but
at least the ones in Boise.
Come on, Amazon.
My crotch gets so much attention.
Anyway, we can do this next
could
time.
we not talk about Mike's crotch anymore? That would be super. And also no more videos. And the Amazon game can happen later.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Or we could sit here and listen to clicking noises and
We
Dustin
don't.
being frustrated.
No, we don't need to listen to that.
okay. All right. Well, on that note, for the Nerd Effect News Show, we have been.
Michael Morgan.
Mason, Ireland.
I'm always Nikki Prindle.
And I, except for Saturdays, I'm always Dustin Vancouver.
Saturdays, he's Nancy Vancour.
I'm Dustina.
Dustina, you have a drag name picked
I
out?
do now.
You'd be pretty.
That's what he's always told me to call him on Saturdays.
Do you make Evie call you that?
No. I am Daddy now.
Oh my god. I love it all.
I
still think you'd be pretty in a dress.
no. For Nerd Effect, oh wait.
Mason agrees
I'm
with me.
Dustin Vancouver.
Yeah.
We'll catch you guys next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Plus, you'd be so awkward and fumbly, it would make it more adorable.